Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Summer Cup Greater League, and let's see what we're going to be working with. So we're going to try out the Skeledirge paired with the Kingdra and the Mantine in the back. Kind of a bad matchup here in the lead, so we're going to switch out into the Kingdra versus this Crustle. The Crustle is going to be able to throw some neutral damage here. They go for the X Scissor, gets us into the red. They switch out into the Jump Love. Jump Love here is going to be able to tank this Outrage quite easily, but we do get them into the low yellow, which is fantastic. This is kind of good range for a potential farm down with our Skeledirge. Skeledirge throws 1 Incinerate, 2 Incinerates. Looks like we're going to get 3 Incinerates out of this Jump Love, and we're only going to have to tank in Acrobatics there. So that is fantastic. We already loaded up with a move, so anything that comes in we can throw if needed. The Crustle does come back in. We are going to throw the Disarming Voice. It does get the shield out of the opponent, and our opponent here does get the farm down, unfortunately. We do come in with our Mantine with 2 shields, so we're going to have to win this game with 2 shield Mantine. 1 Rock Slide gets used. We do shield the correct move. They do switch out into the Venusaur. So here is where the Mantine is going to feast. 1 Arrow Ace goes through, gets it into the yellow. And this is an easy shield right here, and we're looking for the farm down. Kilma gets the farm down so that we have a ton of energy to throw back at that Crustle. Let's find out. We do get the farm down. That's good, and we're going to be able to have 2 moves loaded up. 1 Arrow Ace goes through. Is it going to get shielded? Most likely, yes. And then we're going to be able to get to another move here. This is going to get the KO with this move right here, and that is GG's right there. So well played by us, using that Mantine to perfection, taking out the Venusaur, getting a ton of energy, and then getting back-to-back moves against that Crustle right there. But nice team by my opponent using the Crustle. Don't really see that very often. Next, we're going to have the Stumpus versus this Skeledirge. Not the best matchup for our team. We are going to farm up just a little bit of energy, and then we're going to switch out into the Kingdra. Kingdra here is going to tank one of the moves. It's going to be the Discharge, which is going to do some neutral damage. They decided to go for another move here to chip away at this Kingdra. Kingdra is into the red at this point. And then they try to catch a move on our Octazooka, but we were going to be able to farm anyways. So Outrage goes through, gets a shield anyways. And now they're going to struggle to farm us down. So they're going to have to invest a nice slash energy just to take out our Kingdra. But look at that. The Greninja already into the yellow, purely from the fast moves. Our opponent here does throw a Hydro Cannon back at this Mantine. So we did make that correct prediction. Here we're going to anticipate a Night Slash. Okay, Night Slash non-boosted, which this is fine. And then we're going to get the farm down, which is great. Another farm down with the Mantine is huge. We know that they have that Stumpus still, so you have to consider the Stumpus, but they come back in with the Talonflame. Talonflame here has no energy loaded, so we're going to be able to throw all these moves. This is going to get the KO or the shield, so we do take advantage of that situation. It basically was just a sack, and now we're going to come back in with the Skeledirge to apply full pressure. Go for the Disarming Voice to try to get a shield. They do not shield. We're going to shield right here to deal some additional fast move pressure in this charge move right here. Another Disarming Voice gets through. It's going to get shielded, but it doesn't matter because we're going to have either Incinerate down or we're going to have the Mantine to take out this Stumpus. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game. Kind of a bad lead too. The Stumpus was pretty decent against our Skeledirge and the Mantine, so able to wiggle out of that situation with this team here. So we do have the core of Skeledirge and Kingdra, so that's a pretty interesting core right there. And then the Mantine is kind of like the closer for now. Here we're gonna switch out into the Kingdra versus this Diggersby. Diggersby is going to be able to throw some neutral Scorching Sands. They throw 1 and dip out of there. Ooh, double normal type so far. This has gone from bad to worse because this Vigoroth is very spammy. We know that this Vigoroth is going to potentially get to a Rock Slide, but before that happens, we're going to be able to throw our own Disarming Voice. This Disarming Voice doesn't KO, and this is going to force us to let this go. Ends up being the Bulldoze. So Bulldoze there isn't going to KO because it's non-stab and not that great of a move. And we are able to end up with another move to throw back at this Diggersby. Diggersby here is going to struggle to take out this Mantine because if it's not running Hyper Beam, they have all resistant moves. So they go for the Scorching Sand to try to debuff us, and then they switch out into their Lantern, and this is GG's. Unfortunately, no play with this backline. This was just a hard counter, unfortunately. They end up having double normal with the Lantern, which is kind of interesting. maybe a little AB-18, right? So nice play by my opponent. Not much we could do here. We end up with 2 shields built, and that's how it goes sometimes when no shields are really needed. All right, next game. Let's see what we find. We got the Skeledirge versus the Skeledirge. Okay, mirror matchups here. Always bait dependent, shield dependent. We're okay. Okay, so we're going to find out who wins CAP tie. It looks like we do win the CAP tie here versus the opponent's Skeledirge, so that's good news. We're going to shield here. They do bait us as well. But now we're going to keep firing these moves off because we either are going to win this lead here or they're going to be forced to switch out. We're going to allow the second one to go through, and we do call the bait, so that is great on our part. They try to switch out, and we are going to have to keep that energy on the Skeledirge for later, and then we're going to go into our Kingdra to address this Cradily. The Cradily here is going to be able to throw these neutral rock slides, so we're going to, well, they're going for the grass now right there. They're going to have to tank this move here, so we're going to farm up just a little bit more, take out this Cradily, and we know that we can deal with the Skeledirge with our own Skeledirge. They throw energy to take out our Kingdra, and we can come back in with the Skeledirge right now, but we got to make sure we don't have our move caught. But we decide to go into the Mantine because it's going to take them a while to get to their move. We're going to go for this Arrow Ace here. Is this Arrow Ace enough to take it out from this range? Yes, it is. So GG's to our opponent. They have the Poliwrath lurking in the back, and this is going to allow us to throw this first Arrow Ace to get it into the yellow. Trying to get to another Arrow Ace here. They are going to chip away with the Icy Wind most likely. Yep, there it is. And then since we're debuff, we're just going to switch out and then use our Skeledirge for the KO because it already had a move. And there you go. GG's to our opponent. Able to win that game primarily because we were able to win CAP tie versus the Skeledirge. Otherwise, maybe it would have completely changed the outcome. Because maybe their Cradily would have been able to match up against our Mantine. All right, next we got the Charjabug versus our Skeledirge. Okay, they switch out immediately into the Mantine. We're going to switch out into the Kingdra here so we can apply fast move pressure. They're going to be able to throw a move here. We're going to tank the first move. It ends up being the Arrow Ace. So basically they're saying they don't have Ice Beam. This additional Arrow Ace would get us too low for a farm down, so we do decide to shield that. And we're going to go for this Octazooka bait. Let's see if we get the shield. We do get the shield. No debuff, unfortunately. But they are going to be able to get to another move here pretty quickly. Another Arrow Ace gets used, and they completely take us out. Now, we do know that they have the Charjabug still exactly. So they switch out, and we're going to use our Skeledirge here to try to take out this Charjabug. One discharge goes through, we can survive it. We're going to throw this Disarming Voice on the next fast move. We're going to pressure them here to either use the shield or let this go. They decided to let it go, and now we have to deal with this Skeledirge. Skeledirge here versus our Skeledirge. Luckily, we have energy advantage. They do invest their last shield. They're trying to farm us down. Okay, they do not get the farm down before using their move, so we do get them to use some energy right here. We're going to throw this Water Pulse here. Unfortunately, it looks like there was a lag. It let an additional Incinerate go through, but it's okay. We have a shield for this situation. Now we're going to be able to shield the Shadow Ball, and now we're going to be able to win this game because this Mantine is quite healthy, and since this Mantine doesn't have Ice Beam, it will not do significant damage. So we are able to farm down, throw this additional Water Pulse here back at this Skeledirge for the GGs. So well played by us. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.